Did you know that 78% of workers live paycheck to paycheck? This astounding figure lays bare a harsh truth about modern society. Many of us are just one unexpected expense away from financial turmoil. It's a precarious tightrope to walk, and one that's far too common. The heart of the issue lies in paycheck management, or rather the lack thereof. Without a clear understanding of where our money is going, we're flying blind, making it all too easy to slip into the cycle of living from one payday to the next. But it doesn't have to be this way. Efficient paycheck management is the bedrock of financial stability. It's about more than just making ends meet. It's about laying the foundations for financial freedom. With a few simple strategies, anyone can break free from this cycle and start building wealth, even on a tight budget. Budgeting is the first step towards financial freedom. When you have a clear understanding of where your money is going, you gain control. And with control comes the ability to make informed decisions and ultimately create wealth. Let's consider Jane, a single mother of two, working 2 jobs and barely making ends meet. By implementing a simple budgeting system, Jane was able to identify unnecessary expenses and redirect those funds towards her children's education. Now, she has peace of mind knowing that she's investing in her children's future. Then there's Tom, a recent college graduate burdened with student loans. He felt like he was drowning in debt until he started budgeting. By allocating a specific amount of his income toward his loans each month, he was able to pay off his debt in half the time he initially thought it would take. These are just 2 examples of how budgeting can transform your financial situation. But what budgeting method should you use? Well, it depends on what works best for you. Some people find success with the envelope method, where you allocate cash into different envelopes for different expenses. Others prefer the zero-based budget, where every dollar has a job, and you assign each dollar to a specific category, whether it's bills, savings, or entertainment. There's also the 50-30-20 rule, where 50% of your income goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and debt repayment. For those who prefer a high-tech approach, numerous budgeting apps can help you track your income and expenses. The key is to choose a method that fits your lifestyle and stick to it. And remember, it's okay to adjust your budget as your life and financial situation change. Budgeting is not about depriving yourself of the things you enjoy. It's about understanding your financial situation and making informed decisions that will lead to a more secure future. Remember, a budget is not a restriction, but a financial game plan. It's your roadmap to financial independence and the first step towards building wealth, even on a tight budget. Commit to it and watch how your financial life transforms. Even a small amount of money saved can make a big difference over time. This is a fundamental truth that many fail to grasp. It's not about how much you earn, but how much you save that truly matters. Let's delve into this concept a little deeper. Imagine for a moment 2 friends, Alice and Bob. Alice decides to save $20 each month, while Bob chooses to save nothing. They both invest their money into a savings account with a 5% annual interest rate. After a year, Alice has saved $240. But thanks to the power of compound interest, her savings have grown to $252. Bob, on the other hand, has nothing. Fast forward 10 years, Alice's modest savings have swelled to over $3,000, while Bob still has nothing. This demonstrates the power of saving, even with small amounts. It's the consistency and patience that truly makes a difference. Now, let's talk about different saving methods and tools. A savings account is a great start, but there are other options as well. For instance, investing in low-risk bonds or mutual funds can potentially offer higher returns. Tools like automatic savings plans can make the process even easier by automatically transferring a set amount from your checking account to your savings account each month. And don't forget about retirement savings plans like 401ks or IRAs. These types of plans often come with tax benefits that can help your savings grow even faster. The key takeaway here is to start saving, no matter how small the amount. Even if it's just $5 a month, that's $60 a year. Over time, thanks to compound interest and consistent saving habits, that amount can grow into a substantial nest egg. Remember, it's never too early or too late to start saving. Even if you're living paycheck to paycheck, there are ways to save. It might require some sacrifices, but the long-term benefits far outweigh the short-term discomfort. Start saving today and watch your wealth grow over time. It's not just a saying, it's a strategy for building wealth. With patience, consistency, and the right tools, you can turn a tight budget into a growing wealth. Let's dive right into the heart of the matter. Investing is the best way to build wealth over time. Now, if you're picturing Wall Street tycoons and millionaires, let's hit the pause button. Investing is not an exclusive club for the elite. It's a tool, a powerful one, that can turn a modest income into a sizable nest egg. So, what is investing? Think of it as planting seeds. You start with a small amount, your seed capital. This seed, over time, grows into a tree, bearing fruits, your returns. The beauty of investing is that these fruits can be replanted, leading to more trees and more fruits, a process known as compounding. This is the magic formula that turns small, consistent investments into a mountain of wealth. Let's illustrate this with a real-life example. Imagine you have $100. Instead of spending it, you invested in a low-cost index fund, which historically has returned an average of 7% annually. After 1 year, you have $107. Not a big deal, right? But here's where patience pays off. If you leave that money invested for 30 years, with the power of compounding, you'd have over $760. That's 7 times your initial investment. Now you might be wondering how you can start investing with a tight budget. The good news is, there are tons of options out there for you. You can start investing in mutual funds or index funds with as little as $50. You can also consider micro-investing apps which allow you to invest your spare change. And let's not forget about employer-sponsored retirement plans. If your employer offers a 401k match, that's free money on the table. The key here is to start small, be consistent, and have patience. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is wealth. It takes time for your investments to grow and multiply. So you see, investing is not just for the rich. Anyone can start investing and building wealth. The sooner you start, the sooner you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. And that, my friends, is the key to building wealth. Now that you know the strategies, it's time to implement your paycheck routine. And no, it's not about calculating how many takeaways you can afford this month. It's about taking control of your financial future. Step 1. Know thy paycheck. Understand exactly how much you're taking home each month after taxes and expenses. This is your net income, the real figure you'll be working with. Imagine you're Emily, a graphic designer who earns $3,000 a month after tax. She's got rent, bills, and a student loan to pay off, which leaves her with an effective net income of $2,000. Step 2. Create a budget. Budgeting isn't about restricting your spending, but about understanding where your money goes. Allocate your net income into different categories like housing, groceries, transportation, entertainment, and savings. Let's say Emily allocates 30% of her net income to housing, 20% to groceries and transportation, 10% to entertainment, and a whopping 40% to savings and debt repayment. Step 3. Automate your savings. Make saving money as effortless as possible by setting up automatic transfers to your savings account. Emily could set up a standing order to transfer $800 into her savings account every month, right after her paycheck comes in. Step 4. Prioritize debt repayment. If you have any outstanding debts, it's crucial to allocate a significant part of your income to pay it off. For Emily, that might mean using a portion of her savings to make extra repayments on her student loan. Step 5. Review and adjust. Your financial situation won't remain the same forever, so it's important to review your budget and savings regularly. If Emily gets a raise, she'll need to adjust her budget and savings accordingly. And finally, Step 6. Stay committed. Implementing a paycheck routine isn't a one-off task. It's a commitment to financial discipline that you need to stick to month after month. Implementing a paycheck routine is the first step towards financial freedom. And remember, it's not about how much you earn, but how much you save and invest. So let's start taking control of our financial future today. Let's make our money work for us, not the other way around. Building wealth on a tight budget is not just a dream, it's possible. We've walked through some valuable strategies today. Strategies that can turn your financial life around. It's not about the size of your paycheck, but how you manage it. We've talked about the shocking reality of paycheck management and the importance of budgeting. We've explored the power of saving and the key to building wealth. And we've discussed how to implement your paycheck routine. These strategies are not just theories, but practical steps you can start implementing immediately. They are your tools to chip away at the walls of financial constraints and open doors to financial freedom. The benefits of financial freedom are immeasurable. It's not just about having money, but about living a life free of financial anxiety. A life where you are in control. Start today and take control of your financial future. Remember, the journey to financial freedom starts with a single step.